Find them on johnpfaltz.com. John,
Thank you, buddy. I was here last Saturday. The Democrats had their meeting, monthly meeting, and I was invited to come by the co-chair of the Democratic Party. They were courteous. They didn't give me much opportunity to speak, but I'm an independent. And if you're an independent, you go to Democrats, you go to Republicans, and you talk to everybody you can, because I want to be the city treasurer for all the people of Charlottesville, not just Republicans, not just Democrats. I want to be really independent. And this independence is an important concept. It's actually in the Constitution. The idea of a city treasurer is to be independent of city council. I was talking to the Commissioner of Revenue, and he's actually been helping me, but he said, John, you've got to be independent of me too. There's supposed to be checks and balances in the way our government works. That's why it's a constitutional office. It's supposed to be different. It's not appointed by city council. So I'm running on three major themes. Independence is probably the most important. Our city has been ruled by a small, I'll call it the club. It's a Democratic club, but there's a number of Democrats who are very upset about it, and they're trying to open it up to make it an elected, more elections, more choice, as I am. So I'm not running against the Democratic Party. I'm running very much against a small cadre within the city, the club, who have been controlling elections, controlling who gets to be nominated. And this is not healthy in any state, in any city, anywhere. You've got to have choice. So independence is a big one. I'm also running on experience. I'm old. People have been noting that, saying, oh, you're 77. Oh my God. Hillary's going to be close to that, actually, in 4 years. So it's kind of interesting. But I do have experience. I have experience in the city. I've been active in this politics. I've been active in trying to open up the city. And I think this is an asset, not a liability. And the last one is service. What I find has always found in the city, is it's closed. I've been going over the books. We have a relatively open budgeting process. We know what we think we're spending things for, and there's a lot of fanfare over the budgeting process. And they put out a lot of information. But then I've been discovering the money is not always spent where it's budgeted. There's a huge, the differences between the funds, the proprietary funds, the internal funds, the general fund, is rather porous. Money can flow from one fund into another, and nobody really knows about it unless you dig in the comprehensive annual report, which comes out 4 or 5 months after the fiscal year. This is ridiculous. So my service, what I would like to do is report on a quarterly basis. This is the status of our city. This is how your money is being spent. The treasurer does not have any say in how the money is spent. He has no say in how the taxes are going to be raised. City council determines how the money is spent. They pass the legislation about what taxes we're going to, like the rainwater tax that we're going to get. They pass that. Commissioner of Revenue makes sure that the taxes are fair. He locates it, and it is up to the treasurer simply to collect what the city council, what the Commissioner of Revenue have said should be collected. Okay, so you do that, and I'll do it as fairly and as equitably as I possibly can. I can't say how it's going to be spent. City council will say, write a check to this person. The treasurer writes a check to that person or group or organization. But I can report, I can inform our citizenry how it's going to be spent. And those are the three basic themes that I'm running on. And gee, I hope some of you outsiders would move to Charlottesville and vote for me. I think that would help tremendously. Are you voting in the city?
I am.
Great. And get the college Republicans to help me. Thank you very much. I appreciate having you back.